The cars we drive pollute the air, and drivers are the largest contributors. You can help out tremendously by doing one thing, taking the bus. But our transit system has a few challenges. Our John Bryant rode the bus to see how long it would take him to get from home to work. Let's have a look.
Now, normally it takes me about 15 to 20 minutes or so. Today it's going to take a little bit longer, so we're about to see how long that is.
This is the route I was supposed to take to work, but things got a bit confusing. First, I left my home in Germantown at 9:38 and walked a little more than half a mile to the bus stop. On the way there, I got nervous because I thought my bus was early.
There's a bus right there. That's not ours, I don't believe. I hope not.
But that wasn't the ride I needed. As I kept walking down the road, I saw another bus. I was afraid it was the ride I needed, and I didn't want to miss it.
Elvis, do we make a run for it?
Yes, I ran.
Imagine this, folks. I don't know if this is my bus or not.
I was happy to learn that it was early. That's why the bus driver was there waiting. Now, Memphians tell me that rarely happens, but before we pulled off, another passenger got on. He was on his way to a job interview. While we sat and talked, he told me that often buses don't show up and he's left walking. Once he walked 2 hours in the rain.
That's how I get around. I walk to the bus stop, go to work, go right back on the bus. So like, every day, you know what I'm saying?
Hours.
Yeah, hours, you know what I'm saying?
Soon, I'd know exactly what he was saying. I got off the first bus about 42 minutes later at 10:45. Next, we head towards Summer Avenue.
Just go up to Summer. You go all the way to Sycamore View?
I go to Fraser.
Okay, so we're going to Fraser now.
We got on bus number 2 at 11:02, but quickly learned this wasn't the correct bus. By 11:06, the driver let us off and guided us to get on another bus.
Do we need to get off here if we're going to Sycamore View?
Yeah, this is where you need to get out there.
The driver told me to get off at Summer, which I had that route. That was the original route. So now, my question is, should we have gotten off there? Here at Summer, or should we have stayed on the blue line, gone up to Jackson, and just stay? I think we could have stayed on that bus.
Too late now. Now we walk across the street to the bus stop by the BP on Summer in Hollywood. But after a few minutes, I wanted a drink. But there's a risk that comes with hydration.
I'm already thirsty, but I don't want to miss my bus. It's not worth it. The gas station's right there. Man, I want a Diet Coke or a Coke or something. But I'm not gonna miss risking this bus.
We waited for about 15 minutes before checking to see when the third bus would arrive.
It said 11:29 a.m. is supposed to be here. It just updated and now it's saying 11:31. It does show that the bus is not crowded. So we're on schedule.
Or so we thought.
But here's our bus.
Pulling up, the bus headed towards Shelby Farms in Summer. It arrived at 11:39, 10 minutes after it was scheduled to be here. For some, that could throw their entire day or trip off. We got on the bus, sat down, and forgot to do one thing.
Oh, yeah.
Now that we got situated, I rode this bus for just over 20 minutes. During the ride, a man trying to get 6 12-packs of Coca-Cola home to his mom had an accident.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
The reality is, many Memphians use public transportation to make it to grocery stores so they can feed themselves and their families. And not only is it a lot to lug, because of the long routes, you have to find creative ways to either make sure your frozen foods don't thaw or your drinks don't drop and burst. Shortly after this incident, it was our stop. Finally, we're done with the bus. But the trip isn't over just yet. It's 12:04. Last step, several steps. I have a 1-mile walk to work. On the stride, I spoke to my cameraman Elvis and got a bit emotional about the experience I had.
I just keep thinking to myself how blessed I am. Just because I have a vehicle. And I never would have really thought about that and understood it until you do something like this. But these are the kind of sacrifices right now that we need to think about doing. Even if you do it one time, reducing our carbon footprint, but just as important, connecting on an emotional level with citizens in the city that I grew up in, and I've never ridden a bus.
Wow, what an experience. Omada also offers the Grooves service, so you can call them. It acts like an Uber. So if you need some other ideas, you can also carpool. Hey, we'll be right back after the break. Stay with us.